What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to Wrestling Revolution 3D on the PC on Steam. I am your new UKW champion, and I have a title defense against Paige at the August pay-per-view, I believe. Vince McMahon renewed his contract. Abyss became good friends with Vile Ant. Blue Meanie's toughness has deteriorated. Damien Sandow got released by Maple Leaf Grappling. Oh no. 6-man tag team hardcore match versus Abdullah the Butcher's team. That sounds like a nightmare. Hopefully not elimination. We'll see. Alright, does not seem to be elimination, which means the first man to score a pinfall or submission in this match should win. And yeah, I haven't changed the music yet. I know. Is it Rhino and somebody else? It might be Austin Aries. I honestly don't know. It's hard to keep track of these guys. But, yeah. Anyway. I'm gonna climb this ladder. Or I was gonna climb the ladder. Anyway, it's, Blue Meanie and Just Incredible and Abdullah the Butcher on Team Meanie. So your tag team champions and your TV champion versus me, the world champion, and 2 other guys on my team. Anyway, welcome to Tuesday. Tuesday is a happening. In this hardcore match. Let me get a belt. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world champion, Attack Slug. Really? In that case, let's also say hello to the next champion, Abdullah the Butcher. Alright. Attack Slug, you've brought nothing but shame to the title picture. And it's time I've been champion for like a week. F off. Blue Meanie's already halfway damaged, so whatever. This is already falling apart drastically. Anyway, it is Tuesday. We are in that week, in that magical week of I'm just trying to relax a little bit before things get real crazy, which they're gonna get real crazy. Spoiler, that's going to happen. What? No! Reverse suplex. That's not cool. But since it is Tuesday, there are things to discuss from Raw last night that totally happened. And before I get into the big thing that happened, obviously, there's one of those things that just kind of still bugs me a little bit. In that, think about Bulldog. Think about how many times in the previous 12 months that we have seen a fatal 5-way match. We had another one last night between the women to win the right to face Asuka, which seems like, how would you want to win that? No one is ready for Asuka. But there was another fatal 5-way with the ladies last night. And 2K18, you still can't do fatal 5-ways. It's not in the game. Despite some early reports, some misled confirmations from Corey Graves and Samoa Joe at that roster unveiling, people who've played the game have said that it's not in there. It's just not in there. So, again, I don't understand how you can have 3 ways, 4 ways, 6 ways, and now 8 ways, but 5 ways are impossible? Like, what sense does that make? I don't get it. So, again, they've had so many of those in the past year, and the fact that it's not in the game is just still kind of baffling on a lot of levels, in a lot of ways. What was that? I had full health. What was that? Was Blue Meanie so fat that I couldn't get up? Because my health was good there. Like, that was baffling. That seemed intentional. And now that made me a face who has the support of the fans. How about that? Rhino's profile, yes, that was Austin Aries, and his status not affected. Just Incredible's profile has deteriorated, oh no. Bobby Roode lost some weight. Paige has pulled out of her proposed match against me next week. But why? But why? Are you scared? I thought it was your house, Paige. What happened? Now I have no one to fight at a pay-per-view. But here I am in a no DQ match for my world title against Raven. What about him? What about Raven? Anyway, moving on beyond the unfortunate exclusion of having the ability to do fatal 5-way matches in this year's video game once again. Obviously Raw was the Shield. the Shield's back, you guys, and I think a lot of concerns were alleviated because the crowd was totally behind it. There was a lot of concern that, alright, well, people like Seth and people like Dean, and they're cheering for him, and people are booing Roman Reigns pretty heavily the past several years. So if you put back together the Shield, which, when they finish their run, were faces, and people love them, will that make the crowd cheer them, or will that turn the crowd on Dean and Seth? And thankfully, for the time being, it worked. And Raven, what do you have to say? You've only remained world champion this long by ducking me. I've been champ like 3 weeks. Come on. Everyone knows that I'm the biggest threat to that title you've ever been up against. Sure, Raven, sure. But you can't put it off any longer. And now, this is the defining moment of your career. Wouldn't it be his? Unfortunately for you, it's also the final moment. I'm gonna prove why you were right to fear me. Alright, well, what if I was the new face of fear? And screw that. Screw that, Raven. Screw that. This is a hardcore match. So, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So yes, the Shield. We're back. And fans cheered them. And I guess my concern at this point is, alright, sure, you have your matchup for TLC. That's great. People are going to be behind the Shield and cheering them. That's great. What do you do for the rest of the year? Like, what do you do for Survivor Series, right? What do you do for December? What do you do for, like, how long is this reunion intended to last? Because the concern... Like, the legit concern is, alright, you've fought the Miz and the Bar, but who else is available? Who else, as a three-piece team... Oh, right, my moves got changed. I forgot. Who else, as a three-piece team, is available to fight between now and the next several months? And I guess even though it's hardcore, you still got a pin in the ring. That's just funny. That's just funny, Raven. That's so Raven. Like, who else are they gonna fight? And how long are they gonna stay together? And will it be in, you know, a situation where they break up voluntarily? Will there be another backstabbing? Like, how does that work? Because, as we know, the plan is to have Roman Reigns fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and have his coronation again. So is this enough? Is the Shield being back enough to carry the cheering all the way to WrestleMania when he eventually either wins the Rumble or just gets a shot at Brock for WrestleMania? Because you know it's going to happen. And will that be enough to have the fans get behind Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Because if not, that's gonna be the 4th year in a row where he's been in the main event and people have booed the crap out of him, even though he's supposed to be a face. Even though he's supposed to be the biggest face in the company. So that, again, is where I'm like, alright, well, you did it. You made folks cheer him, finally, because people like the Shield, because they're awesome. But is it enough to get you over that hump of, alright, well, what about WrestleMania? What about when he has more singles matches? Obviously, he's fighting Braun Strowman in a steel cage next week. And also people like Braun Strowman. So, I don't know. It's an interesting conundrum. I feel like this is the final bit of the puzzle. The final thing they could do to make it... What's happening? Oh, great. Abdullah the Butcher. Thanks for... This is a world title match, Abdullah. This is a world title match against Raven. 1, 2. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. How do I face? There we go. Crap. See, this is where it all goes wrong. I know it's no DQ. I know it's no DQ. So I don't have any excuses here. But still, ref bump. Pin the man. 1 count. 1 count. Slug stomp! Alright, I'm sorry. Spine buster. 1, 2, 3. Abdullah, you didn't do it. I'm still your world Heavyweights champion. Get over here. Get over here. Huh? You want a piece of me? Want a piece of me? That's right. You back up. You back up. Springboard! I just fell on my head. I'm an idiot. And maybe, just maybe, they'll finally get clued in on what makes Roman actually work, would be talking less and being a badass more. It's not that hard. It's really just don't put him in that same mold as John Cena. It's not that hard. UKW have abandoned their policy of withholding creative control from their wrestlers. Give me mine back, please. Slap nuts. Sid Justice renewed his contract with UKW. Sabu has left UKW for Strong Style. They wanted to give me that, and they gave it to Sabu, so sure. Good for him. John Cena renewed his contract with UKW. And the Iron Sheik's profile has improved considerably after being hyped by the press. Iran #1. Break your back, make you humble. And I'm not part of this pay-per-view because Paige decided she didn't want to fight me, so alright, sure, fine. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Nikki Bella to become the new world champion of AAW. He was world champion, and then I beat him, and then I lost it in that 4-way, now he got it back. So, good for him. UKW have poached AJ Lee for a deal worth $250 grand. Wow. Big money. Attack Slug booked against Taz in a one-on-one match, the Human Suplex Machine. IRS and Perry Saturn defeated Andy Rich and Dusty Rhodes to be the new tag team champions of Maple Leaf Grappling, if you will. But now, I have a first blood match against the ye-tayyyy! That's funny. If you don't know who the Yeti is, go back and watch some old WCW. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. First blood, baby! Anyway, elsewhere on Raw, your other big story on Raw is the fact that Kalisto is your new Cruiserweight champion. And that's kind of a very short reign for Enzo Amore. And I would imagine he would probably win it back soon, because they're having him as kind of the reason that you go watch 205 Live. So the speculation is, oh well, it was Eddie's birthday, and that was a good, thing to have for that, and they just introduced Kalisto, and more importantly, it gets people talking and watching 205 Live. So if you build more of your, intrigue for that show, then more folks are going to watch it, which is good. But also, it's the first blood match versus the Yeti. Why is this even happening? Why is this even happening? Give me that belt. Give me that belt, boy. Beat that boy. Beat that creature. That creature. That abominable creature from the Himalayas. Anyway, in the news, not much news, because obviously there was Raw and not much else, but in the news, we had the fact that Tommy Dreamer has signed a deal with Twitch for House of Hardcore to be airing with some kind of a weekly bit of content on Twitch. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We already have the occasional broadcast from AAA, and also Wrestle Circus doing their thing on Twitch. Just one more thing for Twitch to be like, look, we're a good alternative to YouTube for this kind of content, considering that YouTube has proven they don't give a crap about wrestling. Time and time again. So, good for him. Good for him. Oh, the German suplex. Now, it doesn't really matter, because I gotta bust him open. So, I need things, I need toys, I need things of destruction to hopefully bust open the Yeti. Because otherwise, this match is not going to end. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, he's wearing a mask, so how do you bust him open? Seriously. Just beat that boy senseless with his briefcase. Which is like not even a sharp object, but come on. Just bust him open. The referee's gonna have to be careful here, because he's definitely gonna get busted open here at some point if he's not careful. Seriously. Stop fighting his feet. No. Watch him get lucky. He's busted it. He's busted, ref. I win. I win. I did it. The destruction continues. Not done yet, Yeti. You're still moving. Not done yet. I'm hitting a turnbuckle. It's the worst. His music is the worst. I don't even care. I don't even care. Oh, he required some stitches after incurring some facial damage in that match. I wonder why. Rey Mysterio has raised the ratings of Maple Leaf Grappling by becoming their heavyweight champion. Lex Luger has left Maple Leaf Grappling to pursue a career in UKW, where the big boys play. The entire wrestling industry has been enjoying increased popularity in 2019. And tomorrow, we have a one-on-one match against Cowboy James Storm to defend my World Championship. I'm a fighting champion every week, defending that belt. And tomorrow should be the final episode of this video series, because Thursday, something a little bit different, and then obviously Friday is 2K18 beginning, and plenty of videos on that. Look forward to those. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.